Good evening. We are glad you are here at our graduation tonight. Some years we have lots of kids. Some years we have only a few kids graduating. This is one of the years with a few. And we are starting tonight with the graduation of our kindergartner. Kipton has been my only kindergartner this year, and he has been a joy to have. He is so full of life, and everything he does, he puts 110% of energy into it. And so it is with my pleasure that I can say that Kipton has completed all the requirements, plus many more, to successfully do the kindergarten program, and he is now entering first grade. So Kipton, can you come here, please? Congratulations. We have a couple of students who have gone above and beyond this year to make sure that they have worked very hard on their schoolwork. They have corrected papers, they've asked questions, made sure that everything they did was well done. And so I have two students who got our A honor roll. They got straight A's all year long. First one goes to Maya Foster. I also have an honor roll for straight A's all year long that goes to Sebastian McVeigh. I just wanted to make sure that we acknowledge everybody that helps make our school work. We have a wonderful school board that assists us. So school board members, please rise. So everybody give them a round of applause. Thank you. And then in order to keep the tuitions low, we ask parents to volunteer. And we have had parents in the classroom cleaning. After school, we've had parents making our hot lunch program every week. And so for all of that, we appreciate our parents. Please give them a round of applause.
So being the upper grade teacher, I get to have kind of the end of the kids' journey in our school. And Tiana's been with us for 3 years, since her 6th grade year. And I've seen her grow, and one thing that really stood out for me with Tiana is her eye for art. She is a very artistic person and has an artistic eye, and she can shade and do things that there's no way I could even begin to teach or show that kind of thing. So I got Tiana a little drawing notepad so that she can continue that talent, and when you become a famous artist, I want one of your pictures, okay? I also teach music here, and as part of our music, we learn some songs on chimes. And so the lower graders should be heading up for their song. We learn some different techniques. And then we try to learn what a shorter chime would sound like, what a longer chime would sound like. And then we put it together in a song. And so we have 2 different songs we're sharing with you tonight. And we hope that you enjoy.
It's now time to hear a little bit more about Tiana. This was written by her aunt, Bridget, okay? So it'll be in her words. The first time I met Tiana was when she was 2 weeks old. She was the cutest baby in the world. For myself, it had been a while since I took care of a baby. So the first lesson she taught me was to double check the diaper bag to make sure there's enough diapers. Needless to say, she had an accident on my bed and we had to use towels and duct tape. That was the first of many visits, and we continue to learn from each other. When I adopted her, it was an adjustment for all of us. For her, I think it was the toughest. I would say one thing and it would be interpreted as something else. Then the temper tantrum would start. So I did a lot of reading and learned through trial and error how to communicate with her, not at her. And we're both learning to use more words to explain what's happening and what we're feeling. It's tough because so many are taught to just listen and do it, not given the reasons why and not given the chance to comprehend. She is teaching me to effectively communicate. If anyone knows Tiana, they know she loves to laugh. Being silly is her second language. Once I was busy paying the bill. My card is personalized with our family picture. I handed it over to the cashier, and Tiana gasped. I quickly looked at her concerned, and she said, "He's going to swipe my face." I laughed so hard. It was the best moment. She has taught me to just laugh out loud. She is learning when it is time to settle down and listen. One thing Tiana is not in short supply of is emotions. She loves and hurts deeply. You can always count on her to love you and keep you in her heart. She will write you cute letters and drawings. She's always been a snuggler, and to this day she still comes in and snuggles me in the morning and then tells me about her dreams. If she marries Tom Holland, which is her celebrity crush, he better be ready for snuggles and snoring. One of the most important lessons she has taught me is to be patient and kind. People jump to conclusions about what's going on in a person's life, but they don't know the internal battles that they're fighting on a daily basis. I will hold on to the laughter she gives me, sharpen my listening skills for the upcoming teen language, and communicate with all my heart. Tiana's goals are to be loved and to learn, and we're looking forward to high school and all the activities that come along with that. Sports, clubs, and maybe even do some theater. High school is just the beginning, and as we travel this road to adulthood, I hope that she will continue to be the best person she can be, that she will look forward and upward for directions. Tiana, I love you, and I can't wait for more adventures. Love, Auntie.
Miss Cohen and Miss Franklin. Miss Cohen, thank you for helping me with my schoolwork, especially with my bachelor's. Working with me to help me get good grades, taking care of me at school, and all the fun times. I'm so happy that I got to get to know you and for being there for me, understanding me, and helping me so much. I like making you laugh. I don't know if my high school teachers will be as cool as you. Miss Franklin, thank you for taking care of me. teaching me science and appreciating your help with me. When I had a tough day, I'm going to feel weird without high school, without you. I don't think I will hang out with, I don't think the teachers will hang out with us or play with games with us. Being there, being there with you, being the best experience. I'm so happy you are part of my daily life. Bees, my sister, thank you so much for helping me with my homework, especially math. You are a great sister. Thanks for talking to me with when I'm upset and teaching me things. I love you, Bees. Bridget plus Auntie, thank you for giving me hugs when I have a bad day and giving me a home. Thank you for everything, especially the food. Thanks to all my families for watching over me and taking care of me. I appreciate everything that they do. I love you guys. Heather and Mark. There are not enough thanks in the world. You two are the second family. I appreciate everything that you have done for me. Being there when my auntie can't be there. Thank you for all the rides and doing Pathfinders. You are the best, and I thank God for bringing you to my life. Maya and Emma and Angela. Thank you, ladies, for being my best friend. When I first met you guys, I was a little shy. But when I got to know you more, I noticed you are the best people ever. You make me smile every day. I appreciate that you guys always make me laugh. When I feel sad, I'm going to miss your hugs and you keeping me company when I'm alone. Angela, I'm going to miss you sing. Look at my arm. When I'm sad. Maya, I'm going to miss your funniness and weirdness. Emma, I'm going to miss you and your funny movies quotes we say to each other. Every time I watch Thor Ragnarok, I will think of you. I'm very nervous to leave school. I'm not having you by my side. I'm so very lucky to have such wonderful best friends.
All right. As soon as Tiana finishes handing out her flowers, we are going to check out the slideshow and see some of the things that we've been up to this year. So we'll just give Tiana a minute, and then we'll do that.
It's only for a moment you are mine to hold. The plans that heaven has for you will all too soon unfold. So many different prayers I'll pray for all that you might do. But most of all, I want to know you're walking in the truth. And if I never told you, I want you to know that as I watch you grow, I pray that God would fill your heart with dreams, and that faith gives you the courage to dare to do great things. I'm here for you, whatever this life brings. So let my love give you roots and help you find your wings. May passion be the wind that leads you through your days, and may conviction keep you strong, guide you on your way. May there be many moments that make your life so sweet. Oh, but more than memories, I pray that God would fill your heart with dreams, and that faith gives you the courage to dare to do great things. I'm here for you, whatever this life brings. So let my love give you roots and help you find your wings. It's not living if you don't reach for the sky. I'll have tears as you take off, but I'll cheer as you fly. I pray that God would fill your heart with dreams, and that faith gives you the courage to dare to do great things. I'm here for you, whatever this life brings. So let my love give you roots and help you find your wings. And I'm still awake, so I picked up a pen and a page, and I started writing just what I'd say if we were face to face. I'd tell you just what you mean to me, tell you these simple truths. Be strong in the Lord and never give up hope. You're gonna do great things, I already know. God's got his hand on you, so don't live life in fear. Forgive and forget, but don't forget why you're here. Take your time and pray. These are the words I would say. Last time we spoke, you said you were hurting, and I felt your pain in my heart. I want to tell you that I keep on praying. Love will find you where you are. I give up hope. You're gonna do great things. I already know God's got his hand on you, so don't live life in fear. Forgive and forget, but don't forget why you're here. Take your time and pray. These are the words I would say from one simple life to another. I will say, come find peace in the Father. Be strong in the Lord and never give up hope. You're gonna do great things. I already know God's got his hand on you, so don't live life in fear. Forgive and forget, but don't forget why you're here. Take your time and pray. And thank God for each day. His love will find a way. These are the words I would say. It's only for a moment you are mine to hold. The plans that heaven has for you will all too soon unfold. So many different prayers I'll pray for all that you might do. But most of all, I want to know you're walking in the truth. And if I never told you, I want you to know that as I watch you grow, guide you on your way. May there be many moments that make your life so sweet. Oh, but more than memories, I pray that God would fill your heart with dreams, and that faith gives you the courage to dare to do great things. I'm here for you, whatever this life brings. So let my love give you roots and help you find your wings. It's not living if you don't reach for the sky. I'll have tears as you take off, but I'll cheer as you fly. I pray that God would fill your heart with dreams, and that faith gives you the courage to dare to do great things. I'm in for you, whatever this life brings. So let my love give you roots and help you find your wings.
My wife's like, what'd you do? After, 6 months of doing this, she's seeing all the changes that are happening. And she says, I want to do.
All right. Well, it has been fun getting to know Tiona. Now, I remember the first time I think I really spent any time with her was at a boat day. And I think she said 2 words to me the whole time. But she's gotten to where she actually talks to me once in a while. No. It's been fun to watch Tiona blossom and to grow and her personality come out more. And I've enjoyed that time. So I was honored when she asked me to do the commencement address today. Now, I don't know if you've read in the program there, the motto that she chose was, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. And Tiona has had some battles in her life, and so she understands those battles, and she understands, the wonderful thing is that's really kind of a rewording, I don't know if you know this, of like the golden rule. Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them. So if you want to be treated nice, treat other people nice. So be kind to everyone. But another verse that I think really goes with that statement is John 15:12. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. And you never know what somebody is going through in their life. We can only see what's going on the outside. We can't always see what's going on the inside. And so we need to treat each other with love and respect and care. And so that's a good motto to have, Tiona. But then the aim is, we have crossed the bay, the ocean lies before us. Now, I had not heard that statement before. Anybody in here heard that statement before? And so, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. I said, so what does that mean to you, Tiona? And she just stared at me. And finally, she said, I just liked it. But it's a beautiful statement. And it's true. You have crossed the bay. You've made it through 8th grade. We're going to say 8th grade is the bay. And but a lot of life is still ahead of you. The ocean lies before you. A lot of your life is ahead of you yet. You still have a lot of decisions to make in this life. And so you have lots of opportunities before you. The reality of it is, though, each of us only gets one life. And so as we go to attack that ocean, we want to do a good job. In Ecclesiastes 9:10, it says, whatever the activity in which you engage, do it with all your ability. Because there is no work, no planning, no learning, and no wisdom in the next world where you're going. So we only have this one life, but we each have a different life. It's our life. And so how we choose to spend that life, we want to do our best with that. We want to keep going. And as we live that life, Tiana, we want to win, right? We want to win in this life. Amen. That's right. And so there's a prize coming. In 1 Corinthians 9:24-25, you know that in a race, all the runners run, right? But only one wins the prize. The wonderful thing about this life is we all win in our life. It says, whatever, in that last verse, whatever the activity in which you engage, whatever you choose to do in this life, do it and do it well. Too often we expect everybody to do everything the same way. The main thing is are you doing your best? That's what matters. Are you doing your best in this life? So you know that in a race all the runners run, but only one wins the prize, don't you? You must run in such a way that you may be victorious. Everyone who enters an athletic contest practices self-control in everything. They do it to win a wreath that withers away, but we run to win a prize that never fades. And so that's part of the other thing, is on the other side of the ocean of this life is the kingdom with Jesus Christ. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there someday. And so the wonderful thing is we have an example, in this life, and that's Jesus. In Hebrews 12:2-3, it says, fixing our attention on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith, who in view of the joy set before him endured the cross, disregarding its shame, and is sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Think about the one who endured such hostility from sinners so that you may not become tired and give up. So you were saying, in this life, we might fight battles, okay? You've fought some battles. Jesus fought a battle so that all of us could win. And so he's fought that battle so that you could win, not only in this life, but in eternal life. And again, we're all different. We all have different purposes. One of the ones that is true is yours is art. It was interesting. I got to sub a couple days this last week, so I got to spend a little more time with Tiona, and some of her personality came out there. But one of the things that they do is called word study. And in word study, they're trying to figure out words, and they do this thing called fish hooking and other stuff. And of the others, they're kind of writing their letters, and I couldn't read half of it. But even her writing of her letters and fish hooking was artistic. And of course, she was drawing some other things too. But I saw some of her artistic flair that I had not seen before. So that was fun for me to see. We all have to figure out, what our purpose is in life, how we're wired. And God, thankfully, he didn't make a bunch of clones. He made us all different and unique, and you are very special and unique. And so, but whatever we do, we want to do it well. It says in 1 Corinthians 10:31, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. Okay? The wonderful thing, too, in this life, sometimes it seems like we're going to be alone. I know you said in some of your stuff that you're worried about moving forward, not having the teachers, not having the friends. But we're never alone in this life. God says, I will never leave you or forsake you. He's one that we can look to in all times. And he will help us through whatever's coming. In Philippians 4:13, it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And he will help you. And you know what? Your family and your friends and these teachers and me, we will always be here for you. We might not be with you there at the moment, but if you need us, we are here to lean on at any time. That's the wonderful thing about today, with all the electronics we have, you can always get in touch. And so we want to see you succeed, and we promise to be there with you to help you succeed. Now, there's a story that I found that they like me to tell stories. Somebody told me they wanted me to tell a story about myself succeeding. You know, but I liked this story because it fits everything in your aim and your motto, I think. And it was called Carl's Garden. Carl was a quiet man, kind of like you were at one point. He didn't talk much. He would always greet you with a big smile and a firm handshake. Even after living in our neighborhood for over 50 years, no one could really say they knew him very well. Before his retirement, he took the bus to work each morning. The lone sight of him walking down the street often worried us. He had a slight limp from a bullet wound received in World War II. Watching him, we worried that although he had survived World War II, he may not make it through our changing uptown neighborhood with its ever-increasing random violence, gangs, and drug activity. When he saw the flyer at our local church asking for volunteers for caring for the gardens behind the minister's residence, he responded in his characteristically unassuming manner. Without fanfare, he just signed up. He was well into his 87th year when the very thing we had always feared finally happened. He was just finishing watering for the day when 3 gang members approached him. Ignoring their attempt to intimidate him, he simply asked, "Would you like a drink from the hose?" The tallest and toughest looking of the 3 said, "Yeah, sure," with a malevolent, I can't even say the word myself, little smile. As Carl offered the hose to him, the other 2 grabbed Carl's arm, throwing him down. As the hose snaked crazily over the ground, dousing everything in its way, Carl's assailants stole his retirement watch and his wallet, and then they fled. Carl tried to get himself up, but he had been thrown down on his bad leg. He lay there trying to gather himself as the minister came running to help him. Although the minister had witnessed the attack from his window, he couldn't get there fast enough to stop it. "Carl, are you okay? Are you hurt?" the minister kept asking as he helped Carl to his feet. Carl just passed a hand over his brow and sighed, shaking his head. So again, this kind of fits with your thing about people having battles. And Carl, you know, he was being attacked. These guys, they didn't treat him right. But he didn't do anything about it. He just said, "Some punk kids. I hope they'll wise up someday." His wet clothes clung to his slight frame as he bent to pick up the hose. He adjusted the nozzle again and started to water. Confused and a little concerned, the minister asked Carl, "What are you doing?" He said, "I've got to finish my watering. It's been very dry lately," came the calm reply. Satisfying himself that Carl really was all right, the minister could only marvel. Carl was a man from a different time and a different place. That's not the end of the story, though. A few weeks later, the 3 returned. Just as before, their threat was unchallenged. Carl again offered them a drink from his hose. This time, they didn't rob him. They wrenched the hose from his hand and drenched him head to foot in icy water. When they had finished their humiliation of him, they sauntered off down the street, throwing catcalls and curses, falling over one another, laughing at the hilarity of what had just been done. Carl just watched them. Then he turned toward the warmth-giving sun, picked up his hose, and went on with his watering. You know, the battles in this life can wear us down sometimes, but Carl just ignored it. He just kept going. The summer was quickly fading into fall, and Carl was doing some tilling when he was startled by the sudden approach of someone behind him. He stumbled and fell into some evergreen branches. As he struggled to regain his footing, he turned to see the tall leader of his summer tormentors reaching down for him. He braced himself for the expected attack. "Don't worry, old man. I'm not going to hurt you this time." The young man spoke softly, still offering the tattooed and scarred hand to Carl. We never know what our kindness will do to others. As he helped Carl get up, the man pulled a crumpled bag from his pocket and handed it to Carl. "What's this?" Carl asked. "It's your stuff," the man explained. "It's your stuff back. Even the money in your wallet." I don't understand, Carl said. Why would you help me now? The man shifted his feet, seeming embarrassed and ill at ease. I learned something from you, he said. I ran with that gang and hurt people like you. We picked you because you were old and we knew we could do it. But every time we came, it did something to you. Instead of yelling and fighting back, you tried to give us a drink. You didn't hate us for hating you. You kept showing love against our hate. He stopped for a moment. I couldn't sleep after we stole your stuff, so here it is back. He paused for another awkward moment, not knowing what more there was to say. That bag's my way of saying thanks for straightening me out, I guess. And with that, he walked off down the street. Carl looked down at the sack in his hands and gingerly opened it. He took out his retirement watch and put it back on his wrist. He opening his wallet, he checked for his wedding photo. He gazed for a moment at the young bride that still smiled back at him from all those years ago. He died one cold day after Christmas that winter. Again, not the end of the story. Many people attended his funeral in spite of the weather. In particular, the minister noticed a tall young man that he didn't know sitting quietly in a distant corner of the church. The minister spoke of Carl's garden as a lesson in life. In a voice made thick with unshed tears, he said, "Do your best and make your garden as beautiful as you can." That's all you can do in this life. Make your garden, whatever it is, the most beautiful it can be in this life. We will never forget Carl and his garden. The following spring, another flyer went up. It read, "Person needed to care for Carl's garden." The flyer went unnoticed by the busy parishioners until one day when a knock was heard at the minister's office door. Opening the door, the minister saw a pair of scarred and tattooed hands holding the flyer. "I believe this is my job, if you'll have me," the young man said. The minister recognized him as the same young man who had returned the stolen watch and wallet to Carl. He knew that Carl's kindness had turned this man's life around. As the minister handed him the keys to the garden shed, he said, "Yes, go take care of Carl's garden and honor him." The man went to work, and over the next several years, he tended the flowers and vegetables just as Carl had done. In that time, he went to college, got married, and became a prominent member of the community. But he never forgot his promise to Carl's memory and kept the garden as beautiful as he thought Carl would have kept it. One day he approached the new minister and told him that he couldn't care for the garden any longer. He explained with a shy and happy smile, "My wife just had a baby boy last night, and she's bringing him home on Saturday." "Well, congratulations," said the minister as he was handed the garden shed keys. "That's wonderful. What's the baby's name?" "Carl," he replied. You never know how you treating others can make a difference. And so just bloom and do your best, just like Carl.
All right, Tiana. I think finally the time that you have been waiting for is the presentation of your diploma. This diploma reads, "It's a certificate of graduation from the Seventh-day Adventist Elementary School System. This certifies that Tiana Charlemagne Farley Cowboy has completed the course of study prescribed by the North America Division Office of Education for Elementary Schools and is therefore awarded the certificate of graduation from the 8th grade."
Please bow your heads for prayer. Dear God, please bless these graduates as they move on with their life and take a new step in their future. Let us have a good summer and bright futures for us. We love you. Amen.